Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly, and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. I have one of the most important charts that I have ever seen to share with you guys. Over 40% of all US dollars have been created in the last 10 months alone. And with new stimulus coming, this is a number that's only going to continue to grow long term. I have this chart to share with you guys that's going to perfectly share what this means for the long-term price impact of Bitcoin and how the price impact of Bitcoin is going to cause the biggest price expansion in Bitcoin's history. If you're new and just finding this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. Always remember to click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos like the one provided for you here. And make sure you guys sign up and join my Discord server of over 20,000 members and growing. It's free. Links are going to be provided for you in the description for those that want to sign up. Now on top of that, if you're a new guy just getting into these markets, I also have a free ebook and a study guide that you guys can download. It's full of the most important information that helped me going from making no money to trading profitably inside of these markets. And I know it's going to help you out a lot, which is why I made it free to download. Links are provided for you in the description. And with all that being said, guys, let's jump right into this amazing video today. Alrighty guys, so to start off this video, I just wanted to talk about this little infographic again, bring it to your attention because a lot of people don't understand the severity of this situation. 35% of all US dollars in existence have been printed in the last 10 months. 35% of all US dollars have been printed within the last 10 months. I've heard people talk about this, but to be honest, I just simply don't understand why this isn't a bigger talking point, because literally all of this price appreciation that we've seen with Bitcoin is false, it's an illusion, and Bitcoin really isn't even worth that much as what you would think. Yes, Bitcoin's at 50K. No, it doesn't actually resemble a big increase in price. Bitcoin still hasn't even broke out of some of the previous highs that it's made, and I have a chart to perfectly show why. This over here is the chart of Bitcoin. Now you guys might be looking at this and thinking, what the crap is that? That's not the chart of Bitcoin. What is that again? Some crazy currency? And no, it's actually not. The US dollar chart is Bitcoin against some crazy currency. And when we look at the Bitcoin chart and we see Bitcoin at $55,000, it's actually complete crap. And it's not actually worth that in the slightest. Now this chart here, this shows that Bitcoin's price really isn't even above the previous high set at 2019. It's way below the all-time high set at 20,000. And you guys might be wondering, okay, well, what the heck is this chart? What does this even mean? This is the chart of Bitcoin This is the chart of Bitcoin without the added rate of inflation. So what that means is if you were to look at this chart, this is the price of Bitcoin if there was no inflation inside of the world today. And you guys are going to look at this and you're going to think, wow, that just shows how much money has been printed in this last year alone. And they're going to continue to do more. People are encouraging of the stimulus. Everybody loves the stimulus. They're so thankful every time the government says, oh yay, free money for everyone. Little do they know that it is actually very terrible, and people are truly encouraging their own demise for the most part. Bitcoin hasn't even broke out of the previous high set at 2019. Look at this, guys. We are still below resistance here, and this perfectly shows how much money has been printed in the last year alone. It's truly insane to think about. Our government is just printing trillions and trillions of dollars. And people don't even think twice about it. They don't even think about it at all. They think, oh, print more money. My Bitcoin goes up more in value. And that couldn't be further from the case. Your buying power right now is the same as your buying power when Bitcoin was at $14,000. All of this price appreciation that we have seen over this last year is completely illusionary and means nothing in the long term. Look at this. Bitcoin's price has skyrocketed past the all-time highs. And when you really look at the chart without inflation, it hasn't even broke out of this previous high set at 14K. How insane is that? People just simply don't realize to the extent of what all of this money printing actually means inside of society. It's not good, guys. It's terrible. And it makes me feel bad. The second that they announced stimulus, back in, let's see when this was, April, the end of April, I was sad. I really didn't want that at all. I knew it was going to be terrible. for, you know, my portfolio. Is this Bitcoin going up even going to be, is Bitcoin going up really even going to mean anything? And, you know, we have seen Bitcoin going up, but it's nothing to the extent of what people even think of. And so, yeah, number go up, but it's not really the way you would think it is happening. We can see here, guys, that Bitcoin actually made a lower low, and it's the result of all of the money that they printed right here. See this big sell-off? This is 100% the reason of all of this hyperinflation that's going on. Bitcoin sold off, made a lower low, and went all the way back down to retest that previous high that was set there. How insane is that? So what this shows, guys, is that this was the result of all of the printing. Now, we are getting ready for another batch of stimulus. This isn't good. This is simply terrible. And I'm wondering, when that stimulus is here, are we going to get another drop? Another one of these massive drops? Because in this case, this is like 70% inside of that one drop. If we were to see something similar, you know, I don't think we're going to see a 70% drop, but I would think that we'd come back down and we could see a 50% drop for sure. That to me makes a little bit more sense than anything. And so I don't know what's going to happen, guys, but all I can say is this illusion that Bitcoin's price is going to the moon and that it's all just fairy tales and rainbows is complete crap. And it's honestly sad that there's not more people that are talking about this stuff. Obviously, this isn't the thing that anybody wants to hear. Nobody wants to hear me talk about, oh man, all of this money printing really doesn't even mean anything. Bitcoin's price at 50K is actually just the same buying power as when it was at 14,000. People aren't going to want to watch these kind of videos because they only want to hear their bias being proved right, why they're going to make more money, why this is a good thing. Oh, more stimulus, great, Bitcoin's price is going to the moon. When these are the same people that honestly just have no idea how economics work, have no idea what is actually being done inside of the economy. And this is terrible, guys. The fact that we haven't even broke the previous high set at 2019, let alone the fact that we're still down 40% from the all-time high. Yeah, we're down 43% right now to the previous all-time high that was set at 20,000. Meaning, had you have sold at 20,000, you have more buying power had you sold at 20K than you do with Bitcoin at 55,000. You have more buying power had you sold in 2019. Had you sold in 2018, you have more buying power than the people that literally are selling at 55K right now. And it's simply because of how much money that they've printed. And I just wanted to give you guys this chart to map out how important this actually is, to map out the severity of the situation, and just to simply share with you guys a talking point that nobody really covers. And I don't know, and I don't understand why. You know, my friend Dallin Anderson at High Altitude Investing, go give him a follow. He actually brought this chart to my attention. And when he showed it to me, I was in shock. I was like, man, we haven't even broke resistance yet. And so because of all of these factors, guys, do I think that Bitcoin's price is dead? No, of course not. I do believe that we will get above this resistance. It just doesn't make sense to me. You know, Bitcoin is about to go way more parabolic. I think that this whole parabolic move that we've seen over the last couple months is just simply the market reacting to all of the new money that was printed, all the stimulus. I don't think that that's actually a reflection of the parabolic price. And so if the people that are actually calling for a short-term top in the market, and not just a short-term top, I see a lot of people actually calling for a summer sell-off, but a whole cycle top in the summer, not just a sell-off, a whole cycle top. And their reasonings for this is simply because they're analyzing the wrong chart. They're looking at the chart of Bitcoin right now, with it being at 55K, and they're saying to themselves, man, you know, it's getting too parabolic, it's going to stop. But I've been very adamant about telling you guys that the reason I'm selling based off of time frames is because this whole idea that Bitcoin's price is really at 55K is an illusion. It actually doesn't mean anything, because the most important thing is buying power. How much is Bitcoin going to outperform inflation? Because inflation is going to make the prices of assets go up regardless. But is Bitcoin going to outperform the rate of inflation? That's the real question that needs to be answered here. And the fact of the matter is, if Bitcoin hasn't even broke out of its 2019 high, then why the heck are you going to be taking profits, you know, until this chart starts breaking out itself? My guess is this. Depending on what's going to happen with this next move and all of the stimulus that just got passed, I don't know if we're going to see another major drop. We very easily could. If that's actually the case, you know, it's going to take more time before we end up coming back to these highs, if we can actually get above it. But my guess is once we can get above this previous high, and go up, that's when we're going to see a big increase in price. That's probably where we'll see altcoins go insane. It's probably where we'll see a lot of the mania happen inside of Bitcoin, but I just don't think we're quite there yet. And who knows, guys, maybe we will get there. Maybe Bitcoin never breaks out of the high that it made at 20,000. Who knows, guys? These are all scenarios. I'm not really believing in one or the other. I'm just merely mapping out my perspective, and that really wouldn't be good. If we never make it above this previous high just because they keep printing and printing and printing more, you know, I don't think that that's going to be likely, because I do believe Bitcoin's a perfect hedge for all of this money printing. And with institutions really jumping on board, I do think that the retail FOMO will push this beyond all-time highs. And, you know, we have done this in every cycle. The only difference is this cycle has had a ton of money being printed in it, whereas the other ones just had consistent printing. And so we're going to just watch and see what the heck happens, guys. But I think that this is a chart that you should all keep on your radar. Be watching it, because this is, in my opinion, the only chart that matters for Bitcoin at this point. And the way you guys actually find this chart, you type in BTC USD /M1. And that's what's going to bring you to this chart. It's not, you're just going to have to manually type it in there and find it. You don't actually find it by looking through all the charts. And so, yeah, guys, keep this one on your radar, because there's a lot of big updates to be made. There's a lot of things that have made me feel a little bit more skeptical. I still think we're bullish. I think we're going to have a crazy parabolic run, but I think it's going to be a lot more parabolic than people realize, and it's just simply because of the amount of money that's been added to the total supply of dollars. A lot of people are calling for a short-term cycle top in the summer. I think those people are going to end up selling way too early, as most people do. A lot of people are calling for lengthening cycles. Those are going to be the people that end up not selling the top and holding all the way to the bottom of the bear market. I'm selling at the end of the year, and I'm going to continue to stick with that plan, because I've seen everybody else drift away from that plan for some reason, which makes me even more confident that I'm doing the right thing. So, guys, as we wrap up this video, for the people that have waited this long, for the people that want to sign up for the greatest Discord server in history, for the people that want to see all of my signals and follow all these trades, guys, we are nailing so many signals in there. Altcoins are pumping left and right, back and forth. 10x returns are pretty much coming pretty consistently, and it's been very fun to happen inside of the Discord. So if you guys want to get access to that, you want to join in on the fun, you want to make sure that you guys are following all of the stuff that I'm doing with my money, then make sure you guys check it out. I offer 2 different groups inside of my Discord. I offer the video course, which is going to be 20 educational videos that teach you guys technical analysis. All the drawing I'm doing on charts, that's what's going to get taught to you guys on how I do that. Now, on the other side, I have the signals, and the signals are going to be able to... Now, the signals are the ability to copy my long-term portfolio and all the trades that I take. I have 2 different portfolios. I have my long-term and my short-term portfolio. By joining the signals, you get access to both, along with every new trade that I post. On top of all of that, people that join the signals are also going to be getting my free beginner's course. It's not going to be free to everybody, but the people that join the signals are going to get it for free. Right now, it's still in development, and I will be releasing that to the public soon. But if you guys join the signals, you're actually going to get that for free when I do release it. And so there's a lot of big benefits for joining right now. Obviously speaking, we make a lot of money in there, and so that's the biggest benefit. So go check it out. Links are going to be provided for you in the description. Now, with all that being said, I do have a free ebook for the people that don't want to actually spend any money, and I can tell you guys right now, that ebook's got a lot of information, and it's really valuable, and it's going to help you guys out a lot regardless. So go check that out. Links are provided for you in the description. And with all that being said, guys, I will catch you in the next video. As always, peace out.